Here's a MeteoMark weather report. Let's start off right with the tropics. Tropics are very active right now, and we're going to start off here near the Cape Verde Islands out here off the coast of Africa. Way out here we have Hurricane Humberto, Category 1/Category 2 type storm. This system has the potential to become a Category 3 before tapering off to a tropical storm, as it finds that weakness in the subtropical ridge out here near the Canary Islands, and will continue to bend towards the west-northwest and eventually towards the west, and eventually it will be swept up in the westerly wind current here in the northern Atlantic. And out here across Bermuda and points north, we do have tropical storm Gabrielle, and this will continue to move north and then eventually more towards the northwest. And it could impact places up here such as Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. So we're going to continue to watch for that, although it will seem more like a nor'easter to them, as this will be a minimal tropical storm by the time it reaches those areas of southeastern Canada. So let's take a look at one last feature out here into the Gulf of Mexico. Crossing the Yucatan actually is not in the Gulf just yet, but this system bears watching. It could become our next tropical system, the INEM storm, and it could impact portions of eastern Mexico. So we're going to continue to watch for that. Other than that, we're not looking at any major storms impacting land during the next 4 to 5 days. However, moderate to minor systems will continue across much of the Atlantic. If you look right into this, this was basically a season here where we didn't have a hurricane through much of July, August, and we finally got one here in September. However, you have to look at the fact we've been through so many named storms by this time. So this is what we're looking at across the Atlantic basin. Let's get back to the lower 48, where we're going to take a look at precipitation totals. And precipitation totals here across the northeast and northern New England will be the greatest. If you look up here, portions of New York, Pennsylvania, extending up towards Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, southern Quebec, and parts of southern Ontario, we're looking upwards of 3 to 5 inches locally, higher amounts to 6 inches possible, with this frontal boundary that will be pushing through and producing a great deal of rain. And here across portions of Florida, we'll be looking at some more showers and thunderstorms. South Texas here bears watching. This is where the tropical system could begin to try to arc up towards South Texas. We'll get upwards of 6 inches or more. And then here across the Intermountain West here, portions of Colorado, that's where we could see additional rainfall amounts of 4 to 8 inches. We're looking at a very bad time here. This is almost like one of those wintertime systems where we get easterly wind here in Colorado and upsloping conditions and heavy rain continuing. Not very good news. So that's what we're looking at across the nation for precipitation. Let's take a look at that all-important forecast here. We're heading on into Thursday. We're almost to the end of the week. Take a look at this. We got system heading on into the northeast, parts of New York, Pennsylvania, extending on into portions of western New England, and all the way down through portions of Pennsylvania and extreme northern Maryland and West Virginia. Could see some severe thunderstorms. Main threat, damaging wind gusts in excess of 65 miles per hour. Look at this across the south. Mostly dry for the most part, except the Gulf Coast areas. South Texas continuing with that tropical flash flood threat. Flash flood threat here in the Intermountain West. Heading on into Friday, the last day. Take a look at this. We're looking at conditions clearing across the northeast. High pressure really building in, but it's going to be a cold high pressure, and I'll show you those temperatures. And here across the Intermountain West, we continue with that chance of heavy rain. Let's take a look at those temperatures. Before we do that, here's the weekend. Pretty much high pressure across much of the east here, and we'll continue to watch for that, a cold high pressure. And heading on into your temperature outlook here for Thursday, we're looking at temperatures. One more warm day here in the northeast, some 80s and even some 90s here. 90s across the south and across the northern plains here. Heading on up into portions of the Intermountain West, 50s and 60s, really chilly. Across much of the southern plains, 80s and 90s. Heading on into TGIF Friday, take a look at this. We sweep that front and look at all these 50s across the northeast. 50s, even some 40s, hint of 40s up here towards northern Lake Michigan, northern UP, heading on over towards portions of northern New England, northern New Hampshire, 40s, and even southeast Canada looking pretty chilly. And we look at those temperatures, even some 70s snaking their way down through portions of the Appalachians. You head out over to the plains here. We're continuing with some warm weather, but central and northern plains looking pretty chilly at this point. The weekend outlook temperatures, this is what you're looking at for temperature-wise. Chilly in the east, chilly in the Intermountain West and northern plains, and warm across the Gulf Coast. So let's take a look at that pretty much does it for I'm going to show you my hometown viewers, their forecast. That's going to do it. Like me on Facebook at MeteoMark. Subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark.com. Here's a 5-day forecast for my hometown viewers from Binghamton to Elmira and the northern tier counties of Pennsylvania. Let's take a look at your Thursday. We have one more severe weather day here. Possibility of severe thunderstorms, flash flooding possible. One more day above in the mid to upper 80s. Look at this, Friday. We're heading on into the day on Friday, and this is where we're going to get into some much cooler temperatures and scattered lake effect rain showers likely. I won't get out of the 50s even for Saturday. Sunday we finally get back into the 60s. It'll be sunny both days, so enjoy that. And it's going to be like a fall-like weekend into the beginning of next week. That's going to do it for MeteoMark.